Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
All right. Thanks so much, Olivia, and welcome back to those of you who have been following the series either in person or by watching the replays. And a warm welcome if it's your first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers. I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. Now, today's segment is about how to keep your mentor engaged. We're continuing with our mentor series. If you're new to the series, I have a clear mission to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. Fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. Now, no matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, or maybe you're just unhappily employed, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. Look, if you've missed any of the segments, feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile where you can watch the replays, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, it's called Get Up and Get a Job. Real simple. Just go to YouTube and type Get Up and Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video that I believe will be of help to you. All right, so let's get this Wednesday party started. Looks like we got a few people making themselves known in the comments here. First off, John Werner. Hey, John. John says, hi, William and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Excited for today's segment on developing 90-day mentorship action plans. Love it, love it, love it. Glad you're here. Can't wait to get into the material, John. Who else is making themselves known? Dawn Lewis. Hey, Dawn. Glad you're with us today. Dawn says, good afternoon, everyone. Happy hump day. Love it. Thanks for sharing your time with me today, Dawn. And then we got Monica Jack. Monica Jackson's back. Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon to you, Monica. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me as well today. Next up, Shelly's making herself known. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you, Shelly. Thanks for being in the virtual building with us today. And hi, everyone, from Holly. Hey, Holly. Glad that you're here, Holly. Despite, and you know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Glad you're sharing your time and making yourself known. Let's see, who else? Daniel Velez. Hey, Daniel says, good afternoon, team. Get up and get a job. Daniel, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. I really do. And then TJ Richardson. TJ says, good morning, everyone. I hope it's sunny in Arizona. Glad you're here. Thanks for sharing time with me today. And then Helen Harrell. Wow, Helen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Helen says, good afternoon. And thank you all for making yourself known. I know sometimes there are folks who don't want to make themselves known, and that's okay too. I just appreciate you spending and sharing time with me. And speaking of sharing, would you please let others know about Get Up and Get a Job? If you don't mind, over the next couple of days, would you share it with them? Tell them to go to Get Up and Get a Job and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All righty, so let's do this thing that we do. All righty, and today, our prompt is design a simple 90-day mentorship action plan. Objectives, meeting cadence, and success metrics that prove Mary's mentorship relationship is producing real career results. Also, explain the number one reason mentors stop responding and how this plan prevents it and keeps them engaged. So now we've gone out on the limb. We've identified potential mentors. We've gone out on the limb to reach out to them. We got one. We hooked one. We nailed it. We got them. We snagged them. However you want to say it. And so now we have our mentor. But now we want to keep them, huh? Now we want to keep them because you got to understand they're going to be busy. I mean, we're all busy, but they're going to be busy. They probably have people tugging on them in all different directions. You made it through, however. And like that salmon that's swimming upstream, you got to make sure that you make it home to, and what does home look like? To that job opportunity that you've been looking for. So let's see how ChatGPT can help us today. And while it's doing that, I want to mention something. I had someone reach out to me. They were watching one of the videos where Chat had created a narrative for us, and they basically said, "Hey, I've been told that it's really a red flag when a recruiter can tell that you just using Chat GPT or Claude or whatever AI tool that you're using straight out of the box, and all of your text is straight from Chat GPT." And as I responded to him, and I'm going to set the record straight, those of you who have coached with me know that we do not. Let me just be clear. We do not want you to just use it straight out of the box, so to speak. When ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or whatever tool you're using gives you something, we expect you to sprinkle in your own flavoring, to take what it has given you as a starting point. So you're not sitting there looking at a blank screen going, humna, 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 humna. What do I do? And so it gives you that head start, that boost, that leg up that you need to get started. But then you're going to make it your own. You're going to add your own keywords, phrases. You're going to add your own personality to whatever it has given you, so that it's not just 100% AI generated. And so I felt like I needed to say that because maybe I haven't said it enough during these segments. Maybe that person obviously is not someone that I have worked with to know that that's what I ascribe to. But I just wanted to set the record straight. And so here we have one. This day, my declaration of how we're supposed to use AI. Yes, all of this is great. But again, we're going to use these to our advantage, not to our disadvantage. Okay. And there are some things that are telltale signs as it relates to AI, that you are using AI. And it looks like we'll probably need to cover that in another video. But with that said, let's go ahead and get done with today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a mentorship start strong and then quietly fade out? No conflict, no closure, just silence. Well, that doesn't happen because mentors don't care. It happens because there's no structure, no progress, and no proof that their time matters. So let's fix that right now. And let me just say this. At the end of the day, we want to have a plan. When we're engaging folks, and I've worked with, I've been a mentor and I've had mentees. And the last thing you want to do is show up without a plan. So you want to have a plan of action even before you engage your mentor. Hence why I'm covering this today, because people are busy, but they also want to feel like their time is respected, and they want to respect you in your position as a mentee. And they will do that when you have a plan, and they can simply work within that plan to help you. All right. Below is a simple results-driven 90-day mentorship plan that keeps Mary moving forward and keeps her mentor engaged, invested, and responsive. So here we go. Here's the secret sauce for today. The 90-day mentorship action plan built for results. And this is something, I'm just going to go back for a moment to the person that reached out to me in the comments to say, hey, what about this? So here's something very different because we're creating frameworks. And a lot of what we do has to do with frameworks. Yes, sometimes what we're dealing with are responses and creating text, for example, let's say, for your about section on LinkedIn. But that's different than when we're doing frameworks because the frameworks are yours and the frameworks help you. Now, whatever subtleties, whatever edits you may need to make within the frameworks, well, go ahead and make them. But the frameworks typically are not forward facing. In other words, these are instructions for you, not for someone else to see. So just want to make that distinction because, again, that little voice is ringing in my head, and I want to make sure I calm everybody's fears. All righty, so here we go. Phase 1, align, days 1 through 30. So the first 30 days of our 90-day plan, our objective: establish clarity, direction, and quick wins. What Mary focuses on: define her target role. In this case, we know that Mary's next role that she's targeting is an ARAP manager. She's on that senior manager track. Okay. Identify three key skill gaps. This is how she's going to be working with her mentor. Yes, we've done this with AI. Now we're going to do this with an actual person. Align on career goals plus promotion path, and then secure 1 to 2 quick wins in her current role or job search. So the meeting cadence here starts with a kickoff call for about 30 minutes. The agenda is set in advance. You're going to create your agenda. You're going to have clear goals defined. All right. Again, all of your ducks lined up in a row. And then schedule weekly 15-minute check-ins for weeks 2 through 4. Now, what's Mary going to bring to the table? Well, every time they meet, or every time you meet with your mentor, you're going to have a progress update, what you actually did. More than likely, they will give you some direction, tell you a few things or a single thing that you need to do between the time you meet and the next time you meet. Mary's going to bring one specific question and one obstacle that she believes she is facing on her path to her next role. Success metrics here. How do we know that she's being successful, that this relationship is working well? Clear career target plus roadmap documented. 3 prioritized skill gaps identified. Resume or LinkedIn upgraded if job searching. And then at least 1 visible win, a process improvement, an interview, a networking connection. And again, your mentor should be able to help you with some of these by introducing you, by sharing leads with you. All of these are things that you're looking to your mentor to assist you with, to show, hey, this is indeed working. If they're not able to contribute in a meaningful way, then guess what? They're not the right mentor for you. So I need to say that as well, because just because they've agreed to be a mentor doesn't necessarily mean, here we go, that they know how to be a good mentor. Now, you're going to school them and come prepared and help them. But at the same time, if they fall down on the job, then guess what? Then you're going to reach out to someone else. And that's why we started with those 6 job titles. And so it doesn't mean that you only pick one. For me, you can pick all 6 and send it out to 5 people that have that job title, each of those job titles. That's 30 people that you're reaching out to. Chances are you're going to snag 1 or 2. All right, here we go. Let me go on. Phase 2, days 31 through 60. The objective is to develop skills and increase visibility. We've been focusing a lot on that in the past weeks. So Mary's going to focus on closing the skills gaps, 15 to 30 minutes a day learning plan, which we already created some weeks ago. All righty. Applying mentor feedback in real scenarios, and then increasing professional visibility. Again, see how all of this fits together? Everything that I've been showing you over the past few weeks has prepared you so that now when you're in this situation, it's easy for you to go through because you've already been working on these things. The meeting cadence. And let me just say this, and here's the reason why that's important, because I want you to be ready when an opportunity presents itself. I don't want you to be trying to get ready when the opportunity comes. All righty. Meeting cadence, bi-weekly 30-minute calls now. You're going to bi-weekly, but you're increasing the time, 30-minute calls. It can be Zoom calls, Google Meet calls, phone calls, whatever works. Or if you're in person, you guys may, if you guys are in the same area, you might want to meet in person. And then optional async updates via email or LinkedIn. So you can reach out just to say, hey, here's how it's going, and make sure that everybody's still on the same page. Now, what's Mary going to bring? Evidence of execution, not ideas, but action. Action. I was on a webinar the other day, and that's one of the things that they did. They gave good information, but then they gave homework so that you could actually take action on what they shared, the information that was shared. And so that's what Mary's going to do, and you're going to do as well. Before and after examples, for example, the resume, maybe some reports, some workflows that you've been working on. You want to show here's what it looked like before, here's what it looked like now after the suggestions have been put in place. And then the wins and the lessons learned. Those are always great things to bring to the table because it shows growth. All right, success metrics, completion of at least one new skill or certification module, 2 to 3 measurable improvements in work performance or job search, expanded network, minimum 5 new strategic connections, and increased confidence, plus clarity in interviews or leadership conversations. Speaking with your mentor should help you become more confident as you present yourself and your value to prospective employers. And notice the very first bullet point. It says one new skill or certification module. So it's not like you have to go through the entire course. If you can just get through a module, that's a win. All right, here we go. Phase 3, we're coming down the runway. Position, days 61 through 90. Translate growth into opportunity. What Mary's going to focus on, positioning for promotion or securing some job offers, practicing executive communication, and leveraging mentors' insight for final positioning. So the meeting cadence, 2 30-minute strategy sessions, and then a final 90-day review plus next steps call. Mary's going to bring specific opportunities, job leads, promotion conversations, if Mary's still working, draft talking points for interviews or leadership discussions, again, so that you're going to be prepared beforehand, before you get to that meeting, be it an interview or a leadership discussion with someone in your company or organization, and results that she can quantify. I tell you, those numbers, dollars, percentages, and I know, Miss H, sometimes it's hard to quantify, but here's what you want to do. You want to look at the perspective of, okay, how did this work out? Well, it worked out because I was able to get X number of people to do Y. And what did that result in? It resulted in Z, okay? X plus Y equals Z. You got to be able to share that information, or at least infer X plus Y equals an inferred Z. In other words, don't know the numbers, but I know that there was improvement, and here's how I know there was improvement. Here's how I know there was satisfaction. All right, success metrics, at least 2 to 3 interview opportunities or promotion conversation initiated. Strong metric-based career story developed. clear next step strategy, promotion, role transition, or specialization. And then mentor expresses confidence in her readiness. You want to have your mentor sign off to say, hey, I think you're ready. Because typically what comes along with that is introductions. All righty. They see that you're working on your behalf. And so now they're willing to work on your behalf. Hopefully, they've been willing all along. But by this point, you've proven yourself. Now, does that mean that this has to be the end of the relationship? No. But I'm giving you the 90-day version because if you can get this much accomplished in 90 days, hopefully you should be getting a job offer soon. Now, if it continues on and the mentor wants to go on with you, fantastic. Or maybe you start to work with another mentor. But again, I'm trying to keep this simple so that, again, you won't be overwhelmed, you won't be overwhelming, and you can see success quickly. All right. Week 1 is the kickoff, 30 minutes. 2 through 4, the weekly 15-minute call. 5 through 8, bi-weekly for 30 minutes. And then 9 through 12, bi-weekly for 30 minutes plus a final review. Total time commitment for the mentor, 3 to 4 hours over 90 days. And that's a good way to package it. I'm just looking to spend 3 to 4 hours with you over the next 90 days. The commercials that come on TV where they say, just donate $19 a month, right? 63 cents a day. They reduce it to the ridiculous is what that's called. And so you want to reduce it to the ridiculous as well. Low friction, high impact. Now, let's talk about the number one reason why mentors stop responding, and then we'll get out of here. Mentors disappear when they feel their time is being wasted, bottom line. Now, it's not necessarily intentional on the mentee's part. It's not being malicious. But when there's no progress, when the mentee shows up unprepared, advice isn't implemented, and conversations feel repetitive, they will disengage. They will pull out in a heartbeat. So this plan is where most people don't have to get it wrong anymore. Shows progress. You're never going to show up empty-handed. You're going to bring results. You're going to show what actions you've taken, and you're going to show the lessons that you've learned. Mentors stay engaged when they say movement. It respects their time, short, structured meetings, clear agendas, focused questions. This signals, I value you. I value your time. I respect you. I appreciate you. And then it creates momentum that they can be proud of. When Mary wins, guess what? The mentor wins too. Man, now they can talk about, I've been working with this guy, I've been working with this gal, and man, I'm just so proud of them because they were able to accomplish this, that, or the other. And maybe they say, hey, I felt so good. I introduced them to X, Y, or Z. Now they're not just advising, they're invested. 4, it turns the relationship into a results engine, not casual conversation. Strategy, action, results, feedback, and repeat. That's the cadence. Strategy, what's the strategy? Okay, we got a strategy. What's the action we're going to take? What are the results we're seeing? What's the feedback we're getting? And now let's repeat the process. That loop keeps mentors coming back to assist you. So here's the takeaway. A mentor is not looking for someone who needs help. They're not. They're just not, okay? They're looking for people who uses help well. All right? You're not going to get any DMs or emails or whatever, any communication that says, hey, do you need a mentor to help you with your job search? It's not going to happen. But here we go. When you can articulate, here we go again, articulate what the need is, but here we go, even more importantly, how you're going to be respectful, how you're going to schedule the time, what the plan of action is, you stand a better chance of getting the help you need. And that's the difference. So here's your next move. Start with the kickoff agenda today. Define one clear 90-day outcome. schedule the next 3 meetings immediately, and then move on because momentum attracts mentorship. Alrighty, got to give chat its prompts, and let's do a couple of things. Let me get this link, and I promise, today I'm going to leave here and go directly to LinkedIn and put this into the comments section. But let me go ahead and put it here in the comments section. For those of you on YouTube, you should be able to see this. And let's see, something popped up. Dawn Lewis says, this is amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you, Dawn. Again, these are the things that I have learned over my career in coaching people. Nearly 60,000 people have come across these two eyeballs, and I have shared the wit and wisdom of William Craig III. But seriously, my goal is always to help you, and can't do it for you, but I can certainly do it with you. And speaking of which, if you need a coach, I want you to go to williamcanhelp.com. I've opened up my calendar. I'm only looking at 20 new clients on a monthly basis. So we're exactly in the middle of the month of April. And so we'll see what happens by the time we get to the end of April. But williamcanhelp.com, there you can sign up to work with me. And also, I told you guys, freeaiuniversity.com is live. Just go to freeaiuniversity.com, and there you'll be able to have access to AI tools that can help you to start generating income, to help you to get unstuck, really. If you've got a business or a small organization, it can help you. If you're an individual and you're saying, hey, this job campaign thing is taking longer than I expected, I need to generate income, it can help you. If you're just curious, it can help you. So you've got freeaiuniversity.com, and you've got William Can Help if you'd like to work with me. I'd certainly like to work with you. And also, Friday is Inspiration Day, but tell everybody you know to be on the call on Friday, on the segment, whatever this is. On Friday, I'm going to be sharing a huge announcement, and I'd like all of the people that I care about to be there because it's going to be special. All right, with that, let's see, something else popped up. TJ said, this guidance is very helpful. Thank you so much, TJ. Thank you so much. I am so appreciative. It warms my heart. And again, just know that I am here for you. All right, with that, we got to go. Oh, man, look, have a wonderful rest of your day. You know what to do between now and tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. Look at that, the mind, I tell you. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern, we'll be right back here doing it again in a different way. But you stay vigilant. Pay attention to your surroundings. If you see something, say something, all right? Don't just let it go. Pretend that you're the only person that heard it or saw it, and let someone know. And with that, know 3 things. God loves you. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.